Good morning. So welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Yoga with Ciara. Oh my God, it's been so long. So the storm happened. We had no electricity. We still have no Wi-Fi, except for our neighbor actually lent us their Starlink. So it did feel like we had superheroes as neighbors. And yeah, so we're back. We're back to do 1 week of self-love. It's been such an interesting journey examining how to it's been fascinating, just the journey into self-love. Even though I wasn't here, there was an inquiry happening. There always is. So I'll share that as we go over the next few days. The main thing is that we're here, we're moving. Have your tins with you. I have 2 tins for what we're going to be doing. And to the focus of self-love will be the torso, how we move our torso, how we open out into our hearts, how do we connect to our bellies, and how does our spine move in many different amazing ways. As always, move with care, listen to your body, listen to the sensations that tell you, that's enough for me in this way, or this is really good and I can deepen. It is so lovely to be back. And Sinead, my wonderful sister, thank you so much. Just what an amazing rock of support you are. Sinead's doing a life coaching course at the moment. So watch this space, really amazing. Just the space she holds as she facilitates my wonderings and my ponderings is just amazing. So great, come, let us lie down on our mat. So I've already lit my candle and I did my aromatherapy already. So you can do that in your own time. I'm not going to include it in what we do this week, but I'm going to do it before the class every week. I just love it. I love it so much. So anyways, great. So come lie down on your back and we shall begin to move. Yes. The stream, I hope, there's a bit of a wobble in the stream. It doesn't look quite as solid or as big as what I usually have. Usually I have 5G. So hopefully, fingers crossed, this will work. So come, lie down, come. So coming in, lying on your back. Knees are bent. Feet are flat on the floor. And just land. Just arrive in. As always, unpack your shoulders. Have a bit of a wiggle of your pelvis. Feel into the length of your spine. Nice, and just deepen your breath into your belly. Nice. I have Bear with me, as always. So great. So flatten your lower back down and pull backwards into the floor, coming into a pelvic tilt. And then arching into your lower back and just feel the sense of a small gap between you and the floor. Draw your lower back backwards, flattening into the floor, and then arching. And just feel that movement as you roll along the spine, as you roll along the back of the coccyx, the back of the pelvis, the back of the sacrum. Just get a sense of the whole of your spine is moving as you do this. So not only your pelvis, but there is movement up into your chest, there is movement into your neck. Nice. And now I want you to exaggerate that movement. So there's much more chest happening as well. And for me to do that, I'm going to pull my elbows back. It's a bit like a double lawnmower. My elbows are pulling back, my elbows are bent, and my ribs are now lifting. And flatten down, and my shoulders round a bit forward. Pull my elbows back, arching into the full of my torso. And then flattening, and my shoulders are rounding forward. So it's a full body tilt or a full body rounding and arching. It's a bit like the cat pose in lying down. They're just feeling that. Arching and flattening. Nice. And then just let go of that. Just pause. Super. So from here, squeeze both knees up onto your chest, squeeze them in, hold them in, and just rock from side to side. So always the first few movements that we do in a class, I always feel like it's like putting my hands into a sink that somebody else has filled. And so there's loads of soapy water, and I'm just checking out what are the dishes that are in here. Are there any knives, anything unexpected, anything that I need to care for or attend to? And then noticing new things. It's like, what is that? Oh, that's a tin opener. And so notice in your body if there's anything new and unexpected, anything as a result of any actions you've taken, a long walk, digging garden, whatever it is. Roll into your lower back. And as you feel and connect to your body, you're amassing sensations and gauging how you are. So as you deeply roll your knees in the air above you, again, you're checking out the sense of your pelvis, your lower back, the strength of your abdominal muscles, the sense of the sides of your waist. And then roll in the other direction, rolling in a deep full circle. Nice. So in some ways, we're still doing the arching and the flattening, but it's happening as a result of our legs moving. So when my knees move away from me, there is an arching happening naturally. And when my knees move towards me, there's a flattening happening naturally. So it's going to be happening a lot in our bodies. Nice. Feet to the floor. Pause. Arms are long beside you. And then pushing your feet down into the floor, roll up along your spine, travel upwards, squeezing through the bum, lifting through your hips. And then slowly lower down, landing on the floor. So as you roll up, you're squeezing your bum, your hips are rising, your feet are really steady. And I have a sense of my elbows and my fingertips are connected to the floor. There's something about that contact, that steadiness that supports the lift of my spine. So the more engaged my arms are, the more the sides of my ribs and my armpits are connected, which are part of the torso, which are connected to the spine. So we're always looking for ways to keep our bodies engaged and supported through the structures of the whole of us. Rolling up and rolling down. Nice, last one. Rolling up and rolling down. Nice. Bring your arms out into a T. Drop your knees to the right. Come back up to center. And drop your knees to the left. Come back up to center. Knees to the right. Center. Knees to the left. Center. Awesome. Cool. So come all the way over and come into your cat pose. So today we're just looking at how our spine moves, how we arch and round. So hands are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips, rounding your back, tuck your chin under, looking towards your navel, arching your back, lift your chest, look forward. Rounding your back, tuck your chin under, looking towards your navel, arching your back, look forward. And again, round your back and arch your back. Nice. So swing your right foot out to the side and bring your right foot so that the big toe is near your baby finger. And then from here, round your back and arch your back. So now as we round and arch, we're meeting not only the spine, but how the spine is in relationship to your leg. Rounding your back. And as you arch, you're probably leaning deeply into the groin, into the inner thigh, into the lower back. Again, rounding, arching. Bring your right hand to your right knee. Pause there and a twist. And then round your lower back. And then arch. But include your chest in this one. So rounding, really scoop your chest backwards. And then arching, really draw your chest forward like you're trying to bring the whole front of your torso towards your right thigh. Rounding your back, arching. Nice. One more time. Rounding your back, arching. Lift your right elbow up by pulling. Oh, yes. But bring your thumb to the front of your shoulder. Dial in your twist first. So really pull your elbow high first. And then you just extend your arm. The work happens when your elbow is bent. And then just widen deeply into your chest. As always, you can keep your left knee on the floor or you can straighten your left knee. Really decide on the strength that suits you. Breathe into your belly. Widen your chest and notice, are you rounded or are you arched? Naturally, my body is arching into the twist. So I'm going to stabilize my spine by ever so gently drawing my ribs into my body, which creates connection. I'm like, wow, I can really feel the connection when I do that. Super. Both hands to the floor. And bring both knees back to the floor. Sit your bum back into a child's pose. Pause. Nice. Lift your head, tuck your elbows in, make fists out of your hands, roll into your wrists. And as you do that, breathe deeply into your belly. But as you deepen into your belly, feel that you're breathing actually into the back of your body. So you're multitasking with your attention. You're rolling your wrists, but actually what you're doing is you're focusing into the area of your lower back, the back of the ribs. Open your fingers wide, keep your focus on your back. Make fists. Open your fingers wide. Make fists. Super. Bring both hands forward. Bring your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Super. Round your back and arch your back. And for me, there is something important about moving my head as well. But if you feel in any way that if you have a tendency towards vertigo or anything like that, then keep your head steady. Okay? So always deciding, adapting, learning what it is that you need from these movements. Rounding your back, arching your back. Rounding your back, arching. Nice. Bring your left hand to your left knee. As you round, include scooping of the chest and then the arching of the chest. So rounding your back, arching your back. And so I really feel like I'm trying to move my chest as far away from my knee as I can when I round. And then I try and move my chest as close to my knee as I can as I arch. Rounding, arching. Cool, super. Lift your elbow by bringing your thumb to the front of your shoulder, dial in your twist. So really turn your chest already. So the lever of your elbow actually really turns your chest. Whereas if you straighten your arm, often the front of the shoulder doesn't move. Then straighten your arm, and your arm should just extend out from the space you have created into the spiraling into or dialing into of your twist. As always, keep your right knee on the floor or straighten your right leg into a twist. Find your breath and notice, are you naturally arching your back or rounding your back? So for me, I'm arching my back. So I'm going to do slightly the opposite. So I'm just going to pull my ribs a little bit into my torso. Suddenly I'm like, whoa, I can feel more connection. Awesome. Both hands to the floor, both knees to the floor. Sit your bum back and come sweep your legs out long in front of you. Rub into your knees. Roll into your ankles. Rub into your knees and roll your ankles in the other direction. Nice. Start at the top of your thighs. Squish down along your thighs all the way down to your feet. Squish down through your thighs. Squish down through your thighs. Nice. So at the beginning of the class there, I said if you could have your tins last month in January 2025, for those of you who are doing this sometime in the future, we use tins. So we're going to continue on our journey with tins. And if you don't have tins, then you should have tins. You could use bags of sugar if you wanted to, but I think they're a little bit dodgier. They can tend to spill. If you have little weights, you can use them. Some people from way back in Glide, I think, bought wrist weights. So if you have wrist weights, you're very welcome to use your wrist weights. And you can just have them on for the whole class. And that's amazing, okay? So have them handy because we're going to be using them by the end of the class. So just start by rolling your shoulders. And as we do this, as we draw our shoulders back, our chest moves forward. And as we round our shoulders forward, our ribs move backwards. I just feel that. Shoulders go back, chest goes forward. Shoulders go forward, ribs go back. So it's the same movement again. We're arching and we are rounding. As you do this, if you feel like there's no movement happening in your pelvis, then sit on something. Sit on a little pillow or a book or a yoga block. Or you can roll up your yoga mat a little bit and stick it underneath your bum. And so if you feel like you're unable to lift up out of the pelvis because with your legs straight, it's pulling on the backs of your lower back, sit on something. I just feel that. And you move your lower back into rounding. And really importantly, can you move your lower back into an arching? So really gauge that as you do this. And anytime during the week that we sit, and then just put a seat underneath you or a lift underneath you. Roll in the other direction. Rolling, connecting, rolling, connecting. Nice, cool. So bring both hands forward. This classically, way back in when we first started, this was called bowls of water or bowls of rice. So imagine you have 2 bowls of rice in your hands or 2 bowls of water, and bring them wide. And imagine that you're going to bring them as far back behind you as you can. And as we do that, our back is arching. Okay, so there's a sense of from my sit bones to the back of my neck, I feel a sense of length through the back of my body and the front of my body. Then you bring your bowls of water forward and you scoop them under your armpits and you bring them out to the side as wide as they go. So my baby fingers are moving forward, but I'm trying to keep the bowls of water so there's nothing dripping out of them. Tuck your chin in, look towards your belly button. And then the other direction. Scoop under your armpits, bring your bowls wide and back. Scoop under your armpits. Bring your balls wide and forward. Oh, hi to Laura, by the way. I met Laura's husband at a weekend here this weekend. So hi. Bring your balls wide. And then tuck your balls under and bring them out to the side. And then come back to center. So that's where the two of them are moving the same. So we can do opposites. So my left one is going to go sideways and my right one's going to go under my armpit. So it's a bit like Egyptian dancing. Come back to center. Both hands are forward. Your right one goes sideways. Your left one goes under. And you're really trying to keep the sense of the bowl in your hands. So try that. Go left with the up one. And go right with the up one. Left with the up. And then right with the up. Cool. Shake out your hands, your arms. So lovely. So grab your weights. So the next movements, so we're going to use the side of the weight as well. So typically when we put our hands on the floor, we're really stable and we lean into it. So we're going to use the edge of our weights as we go, but not today. So just have one weight in your hand, your right hand, and have it upside down. So your thumb is down towards the floor, and sweep your right hand up into elephant. And then come all the way back. Tuck your elbow in beside you into lawnmower. Turn your tin upside down and sweep into elephant. Your thumb is upside down and facing the floor. And then spin it and come into lawnmower. So it's a little bit like bowls of water. We're really swinging into a big arc as we do this. My tin is upside down, and then my tin is the right way around when I come back into lawnmower. One more time. Elephant. I've poured my tin of beans all the way across the front. And then coming back. Cool. Other side. Left side. Tins of beans are face up with your elbow in. And then you turn it upside down and you swing into elephant. Oh, I love elephant. And then come back. Lawnmower. All the way up. Elephant. Tin upside down. And then come back. Lawnmower. Cool. Last time. Tin upside down. Lawnmower. Cool. Get ready for your tins for the moment. Come into zigzag. So 2 knees are to the left. And then bring your left hand further around the corner. Bring your right hand over the top of the left knee. So it's also around the corner. And then look behind you. How far backwards behind you can you look? Nice. Come back to center. Other side. Both knees to the right. Spin all the way around into lawnmower. Oh no. Into zigzag, looking behind you. Sorry. And coming back. One twist, because we're running out of time. Bring your right foot over the top of the left. Bring both hands forward. Pull your right elbow back and bring your fingers to the floor and bring your left arm to the outside of your right knee. And then turn your chest towards the right. And as you do so, have a sense of, how do I get taller here? And as we did before, round your back a little bit. So you slump and then arch your back and rise through your spine, widening into your chest. Like open your eyes wide, have a sense of, you're looking out in the gesture of seeking to look further. Our bodies are just like a mass of gestures, and we've just woven all those gestures into a habituated, continuous cacophony of movement. So right now, what is the gesture of, I want to see further down the road and I want to look a bit further. And when you do that, suddenly your whole body goes, oh, I can get taller. Nice. Come back. Bring your left foot up and over. Bring both hands forward. Pull your left elbow back. Bring your right arm to the outside of your left knee. Round your back, so slump. And then arch your back, lift through your spine, and try and look further down the road. Have a sense of really seeking to be taller so you can see further. Open your eyes, have a sense of really seeing with your eyes. So, what can you focus on that you could really see? What's shiny? What's reflecting light? Come back to center. Awesome. So, come lie on the floor. Come all the way down, land on the floor. Knees are bent. Maybe rock your knees gently from side to side, and then come to pause. Just pausing there. Breath is in your belly. How wonderful. So it is really super to be back. Really nice to be here. It was such a deep journey to get back to here again. The interruption of the storm really I really felt like discombobulated by the storm. It blew me all over the place. It was really massive. So I'll see you all tomorrow. 7 days of self-love. And yeah, thanks for joining me. It truly is such a pleasure to be here. It grounds me in my life. And so I'll see you tomorrow. And Greg, be well. Ciao, ciao.